Hi everyone, so today is our 24-hour event, part 1. We actually had so much footage for this day, we got about 2.5 hours worth of footage, that we had to break it down into 2 parts, so this is the first part of the 24-hour event.
Numero uno.
Numero uno. This was such a long day.
But fun.
But fun, yes.
In looking back, it was fun at the time.
You were really hating me for having so much enthusiasm for wanting to do it. You were like,
no.
This is your fault, you wanted to do this. I wanted to go back to the hotel for a nap, but you said we had to stay the whole 24 hours.
No.
Really
That's not what annoyed me, but we'll get to what annoyed me when it comes up in the video, because It definitely does, multiple times.
Good morning. It is
Good morning, Sarah.
I got no sleep last night.
I wasn't feeling very well.
Yeah.
Which sucked, because that was like the one night I really needed to get sleep, and that was the one night in the whole trip I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah, this was not the day for not feeling great.
Yeah, all the nights before was fine, all the nights after was fine, just this one night, and my body was like, nah, we're going to make you suffer.
Today I took less camera stuff with me. I had to pack a lighter bag, because there was no way I could have taken my full bag with me the whole time. That would have been too much.
Oh, you don't do well with mornings. Look at your face.
So like horrible looking in the mornings. Like all of my eyes are like really puffy, and I'm like,
oh, you look so sad.
I don't really cope very well with early mornings.
You are not loving life right now.
I was not, no.
This was when they used to have the welcome show. Did you know what? This is the only time I've ever seen the Magic Kingdom welcome show, and it'll be the last time I see it like this probably, because they've moved it now.
Yeah.
It was there was a lot of like, you can't really see, well the camera crews are at the back a bit, and there was lots of like Disney local news at the very front, wasn't there?
Yeah, you can see on the right, just to the bottom right, it's very, very dark, but in the bottom corner there's a guy with a really big microphone on top of his pretty decent sized camera. So we all kind of stood by some of those people, and I was like, oh, my big camera looks kind of small and pathetic in comparison.
We felt that a lot today. There were people with like what they call, I forgot what they're called, you know, the
like steady cam rigs and full like cinema production cameras. I was like,
for like the
so
news
jealous.
and stuff. And there's a selfie stick on the other side of us.
Yeah, the full spectrum of camera equipment.
Yeah,
iPhone on a selfie stick, decent DSLR, proper cinema camera, all in a nice little line.
Right. And there was just me dancing in the background going, I'm ready to go inside and get a t-shirt, I think
you're actually filming this bit. I think I was taking photos.
I think maybe is that not you? No, that's not your camera. I was like, is that you?
No, I don't have the dead cat on my microphone.
I hate that they call it a dead cat.
Yeah, I don't really like it either, but there's not really another good name for it.
No. I think this is me filming.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it looks quite level. It's probably you. This is you.
No, I think this was about the time on the holiday where you'd started to, like,
understand what I was doing.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I gave the GoPro to you so that I could take some photos.
This actually worked, because I'm pretty sure they do fireworks in the morning as well, but it works better when it's dark.
It does, yeah.
Into the pixie dust.
Oh, no, I am filming.
See, I told you it was straight. And I was like, I know, I have a really brilliant idea. Let's go to the shop where no one will be going and get all the exclusive merchandise.
It wasn't that we thought no one was going. It was because we wanted to make sure that we got it before it ran out.
Oh, yeah.
And from what we'd read previously, like there was a lot of limited stuff like the t-shirts that people were running out of sizes on fairly early in the day. So we were like, look, you want to get one, let's make sure we get one in your size. Turns out that they had loads left at the end of the day.
But they weren't in all the sizes. They were only they weren't like...
I think I'm going to get a shirt.
I wanted pins. But look at the Stinky Pete! Look!
Yeah.
He was not massively pleasant, if I remember correctly.
No, really in character, but
he was like...
not really playing it up.
I think someone said to him, like, call Disneybound or something. And he was like... I think I talk about it now. He's like, this is not Disneybounding. This is cosplay. And then just, like, left it there. I was like, dude, he was just complimenting you. Like, don't be a meanie about it.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. And then everyone in the queue went really quiet because you're like, this is really awkward now. Like, he might have grown the beard for it and everything. You just don't know. But this was one of the few events where you're allowed to dress up in character, aren't you? And we saw quite a few.
Yeah, the sunshine comes when it's outside.
I'm really excited by my t-shirt. I don't wear it though because I find t-shirts really constricting on my neck. I just find them really like, ugh.
I'm glad you bought one though. You'd have been sad if you didn't.
I started off by wearing it over the t-shirt that I had on underneath. That was fine for like a minute, and then I was like, this is too hot. I need to take the t-shirt off I have on underneath. I was just too excited and we were on our way. I was like, right, I'm going to do it as we go.
I'm just still constantly amazed by like how quickly the sun is coming up. Like we've walked from Main Street round to Space Mountain, and
Yeah.
the sun's like, oh cool, now it's daytime almost. It's like whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, 20 past 6, so 20 minutes we've been in the park.
No, you're not. You put it down, it's gone. It's not happening.
What other exclusive things were there? There were cupcakes. I don't remember there being any pins though.
Yeah, that seems like an obvious one,
There
but
wasn't a pin.
that's a shame.
Because I know that I would have got it because I was looking out for one.
Yeah, that you specifically wanted one of those.
They gave me a badge, but that's like not the same, is it really?
Definitely not the same. Definitely not the same.
I know we probably mentioned it quite a few, but our challenge for the day for ourselves was to do everything in Magic Kingdom, like literally every single thing on. We got a map and we went through every single attraction, and we're like, right, we need to do everything.
Cross it
to
off
see if
and
you
do
could
everything.
do it and to see how long it took to do everything. Turns out it takes pretty much like 20 hours, I'd say, altogether, to do everything.
It was a bit of a... I think we could have done it faster, but that would have involved like a lot more like efficient planning and a lot more...
And also a lot more waiting at the end, because the reason we were doing it slowly is because we were trying to fill out the 24 hours.
Definitely not my favourite ride in this park.
This was like a really long shot of like a really dark hallway. Like I really need to remember next time that the GoPro does not deal well with low light and we just can't use it. So I should only use it in lit areas. That's going to be like a big one for me to remember. But I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just walking through a queue line. Like this is the perfect time to vlog. Like I'm not around people and you know don't have to feel self-conscious. I'm just sort of walking through a dark queue. That'd be great.
Such an idiot.
Really, really boring footage to watch. So apologies for that, but we'll learn for next time.
This is where we have our pin argument.
Yep.
And you were making me feel really bad. You were like, you forgot your pin. You're not going to be able to pin trade. And I was like, I know. And like, you're going to hate that. It's going to suck for you. And I'm like, ah.
Well, because you were really bad at remembering them. Like every single day, you'd be like, "That's a cool pin on that lanyard." I'd be like, "Cool. Did you bring them?" And you'd be like, "No, didn't bring them today."
I know. And you made me feel really sad.
Yeah, probably, but hey, whatever.
Oh yeah, and this one. I don't know how I feel about Buzz Lightyear. I feel I always want to do it, but I'm like,
I did about a third
It's
of what
okay.
I did before.
Yeah,
Disappointing. I did better on my first.
I think it's all right.
yeah, I like
It's-
it. It's okay.
You know, as long as you just don't like it because you don't win very much.
That ride in the background, I hated that ride.
Yeah.
Astro Orbiter, I think it's called.
Astro Orbiter.
No. Nope. My favourite thing to do, actually, when I watch this back now and like editing, is looking in the background and seeing all the characters dressed up. Like people dressed up as characters.
These guys like wave our camera. He's like, "Hey."
He's really cool. He just looks cool. Like, I don't know if he's cool in life, he just looks cool from...
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a cool person.
I was actually going to go dressed as Belle in her provincial blue dress. However, I was going to order it from China and get them like a proper one done. And I was like, this is expensive.
And then you didn't, and that's
I
a really
didn't.
cool story.
Yeah.
And these people were getting engaged.
Engaged! To be wed.
Everyone's like, "Oh."
Yeah, good time seriously.
Yeah,
Although it's-
sun just coming up in front of the castle.
Yeah.
24-hour event.
I don't remember what. I remember this being quite a weird breakfast.
Oh yeah, we haven't even had breakfast yet, have we?
No, we had that at 7 o'clock, I think our breakfast was.
Yeah, so we went in and did a few rides, which I think was a really good way of doing it, especially for the 24-hour event. Like, I don't think eating right in the morning would have been a good idea. I think having a little bit of a break, doing some stuff, getting some breakfast slightly later in was really
I
good.
mean, 7 o'clock's still really early.
Yeah, but slightly later than the people that had breakfast before they went to
Yeah,
Disney.
so,
Like,
yeah.
otherwise there's just no way we'd have made it to lunch. We'd have been just eating all day.
Eating all day. We didn't eat that much this day, actually.
No, we ate less than I thought we would. I thought we'd be constantly stopping to get stuff.
In the castle's where we go. Eating food, don't you know? You were not as involved in this as I wanted you to be. And no one was. There was someone talking, telling you exactly what to do, and nobody was listening.
Honestly, it wasn't loud enough.
I
Like
was listening.
the audio track wasn't loud enough over the hubbub of the restaurant, so I think that was kind of mostly their fail. Like, I don't think many people realised that this whole thing was going on and that there was stuff that you could be doing, and it was just kind of people that were paying attention like you that were really into it.
I took that wand, and I don't know if I was meant to, but I did, so...
I still have the sword.
I said the wand, so...
Sword's over there.
Yeah, one's in the drawer. Are you going to go get it?
Pretty much, yeah.
There's my t-shirt, and it changes colour when you get into the sunshine. I don't know if we made that overly clear.
What's it called?
Sword.
I have it to hand for whenever I need to step
Then move on through and try
This is where I told you a valuable lesson.
because we're gonna
That
try
you may
and
not
do
take food and drink onto the people mover.
today. So we're gonna not necessarily necessarily do it in order.
Really?
Yeah, you were like, let's go get a drink and then go on the People Mover. And I was like, no, you may not drink on the People Mover.
Oh.
We will go on the People Mover and then we will get a drink.
I genuinely didn't know that, and also still don't, which shows you how much attention I paid to that conversation.
Do you know what I really want you to get next time? I just noticed a girl wearing something similar.
What?
I want you to have a Sorcerer Mickey hat.
Yeah, I don't really like hats
Oh,
at the
but I
best
would
of
love
times.
it!
I know
can
you
wear
would,
my
but-
mini-ears and you can have a Sorcerer Mickey hat.
I don't like hats at the best of times, so Florida heat, like, no thank you.
Just for a photo.
No, I don't. I just look
Oh.
stupid in hats.
I want a Sorcerer Mickey hat.
Ah.
Ah, don't stab me. This is the Barnstormer, which
Yeah.
was more thrilling. It reminds me of the Flying Fish in Fort Park.
It's one of those small roller coasters that somehow seems more terrifying just because it's small.
And like the part of the ride, like the roof of it when you go underneath it, the track is like,
You're
oh my
like,
god.
"Oh, that's close," but it isn't really. Like they're all still built to the same kind of specifications as anything else. Like it's not like they went only kids will be on this ride, so only kid height. It's like still the same level away. It just seems more terrifying somehow.
So like I'm getting a bit sleepy. That's a good half.
I won't do that ride again though. I think like unless
don't
it's
think we need
like
to.
necessary and
Does
someone
it
else
count
wants
as
to.
doing all the attractions if you sleep through one?
Yeah, because you're still doing the
No,
attractions.
it doesn't count. I maintain this. If you fall asleep for an attraction, you didn't do that attraction.
I didn't fall asleep. I was so proud of myself. I even Googled before we went spots that I could sleep in that were like not socially acceptable but like out of the way, and I didn't even need to do that.
No, you didn't, which is good. I'd have been disappointed if you had slept.
I think it's because I had a lot of Coke.
Yeah, that would have really helped.
Because I think that was one thing we said, like, I'm fleeting, like, Coke break, we need
Yeah,
to go get
just-
some caffeine.
Get some caffeine. Nice cold drink.
Whee! You're, like, not loving life.
No, really, really not. Still, I said this before in the other Magic Kingdom part, like, I'm not a fan of rides like this. Like, they just lurch and they tilt, and pretty sure this is where the guy tells me off, but we cut it.
Yeah, he'd, like, put the camera down or the selfie stick down or whatever, and we were like, we don't abide by no rules, except we did exactly what he told us to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm obviously not going to break the rules after being told not to.
Oh my god, this made me feel really queasy.
Yeah, you were like, we need to go slowly because I don't really want to do this one. It's going to make me feel sick. And then you just sort of start spilling it.
I got
like,
too
"Whoa!"
excited. That's the thing. I know what I shouldn't be doing, but I'm like, I just have to do it anyway.
Yeah, you just get enthusiastic. You're like, yeah, cool.
Vomiting. That's what happens. I'm not as good with spinny rides. I used to love like the waltzers at Fun Fair.
Oh
It
god,
used to
yeah.
be my favourite ride, and now I'm like the thought of them makes me think, oh god, I can just feel myself vomiting already.
It's definitely funny how like more motion sick you get as an adult than when you were a kid. When
Which
you
is
were a
really
kid,
sad.
you're like, whatever, everything is awesome, everything's fine, and then you're like, I'm gonna get off this and sit down for a couple of minutes just
Which
until
is
the
so
world
weird,
feels normal again.
Because I remember when I was younger, my dad not wanting to do stuff, and I was like, what is wrong with you? It can't be that bad. Just like work through it. Now I'm like, nope. As an adult, nope. Like I feel that.
Fully see where he's coming from.
Oh, the Speedway next.
It's so terrible. It really needs, like I've said it so many times, it needs updating.
They need
It's-
to sort out the driving, because even if you drive straight, you end up just bashing each side of it, and it's just like ridiculous.
Just make them electric and make a big deal that they're electric, and suddenly it fits in Tomorrowland again. And I know it's kind of like a retro future thing, but it's not even fitting that really very well. Like, what about racetracks is retro future? It's nothing.
I got a red card. You don't get those anymore.
Really? They don't
No,
do
they just
them?
use your magic bands.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. It's a bit where you took forever to get out. Like, I can see you just down there.
Where am
There
I?
you
Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
I faff when I get out of rides. I get really stressed. Do you know what? This is another really weird and unusual anxiety I have. Getting in and out of rides. Not because I don't fit. I just get stressed and gotta get my stuff out, and then I've gotta. What if the ride starts going before I've had time to really like get myself together? And like when you go on Space Mountain, the way the bar comes down, I have to slide. I have to make my legs go in straight to then bend them because of how long my legs are.
go. Space Mountain's an awkward one. That's the only one that gives me anxiety.
I just
about,
get
like,
stressed
getting in.
out.
Like, that loading process at Space Mountain is not good, and I don't like it.
And yeah, that's just a weird thing I have. Ride seat anxiety, just not having enough time to get in and out at a leisurely pace. I love the People Mover. Someone
Yes.
mentioned in one of our comments recently that we didn't add it to our favourite Disney attractions. I'm like, I think it's just a given that everybody loves it. I don't know a single person that doesn't love the People Mover.
I think we were going to, but we vetoed it, and that it's not really a ride. It kind of is, but it isn't. And I think that it feels like such like just a thing to do rather than like a ride. I think.
I love it.
I love it a lot. Yeah, it's really cool. I can't remember if I said this in the previous one, but when I was a kid, I remember going and being absolutely terrified when I saw it was going into Space Mountain, because Space Mountain was so scary.
I did that as well.
And I saw that we were going inside. I was like, no, this is going to be awful. And my dad was like, look at the cart you're in. Like, this is not a roller coaster ride vehicle. But I was still just like irrationally terrified that we were going to somehow end up on the Space Mountain track and that we were going to end up going up the hill.
I did that. That's such a funny thing. That's exactly how I reacted. I was like, no.
Yeah, I just saw us going in and I was like, I don't
Honestly,
like this anymore.
I think
I'm suddenly not okay with this.
I don't think I went on this until I was an adult, because I was like, not doing it. And my family were one of those families that just like humoured me, and like if I didn't want to do something, they were like, okay, we're not going to do it. So I'd be like, no, that's not for me, and they'd be like, all right, okay, let's move on. Whereas I'm like, no, you need to do that. Darkness. I've got actually footage of when I went on this with my cousin, and the ride just closed, so all the lights were on, so I've got footage going round and seeing the whole
weird.
thing. Have I shown it to you?
I think you have, yeah.
Surly's! Where's my baby Surly? There he is! Derpy, derpy, derp. And I'd already bought him at this point, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him. This was like getting our first Coca-Cola of the day at like 9 a.m.
Feeling a bit better for a drink?
Yeah, I needed to sit down.
Sarah's really critical of the people behind us that were eating burgers and stuff, and it's like,
It's because I have really weird food rules. Like, there are certain foods that I feel you can't eat at certain points of the day, and this is just my life. Like,
you can totally have a burger for breakfast. Like, I'm on board with that as like a 9 a.m. snack. That looks great.
no, I just can't. It's like I can't have Pop-Tarts for breakfast either. Just like, that's not a thing. Even though that is a breakfast
Pop-Tarts
thing.
are exclusive. When are Pop-Tarts for, if not
Puddings,
for breakfast?
they're desserts.
They are not. They are a toaster pastry type deal.
It's like, I don't like having Sunday roast not on a Sunday. It just feels wrong, doesn't it?
For anything.
Yeah, whereas I'm all about that. Like, sometimes I'll come home midweek and be like, I'm roasting a roast right now.
That's why we kind of
It's gonna be
work well,
great.
because I assume
That
that
never
we-
happens.
It does happen. I did a roast
Oh.
duck midweek.
You did never invited me to this roast duck.
No, because you only eat them on Sundays.
That's fair.
I find that show is
What do we go to next?
Monsters Inc.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Belle, look, Belle in front of us with the zebra backpack.
I remember you telling me you were so jealous. And you were like, oh, I wish
To be
I-
fair, there were
wish
a
I'd
lot
done
of
it.
Belles dressed in the blue dress, so I was like, maybe I did a good thing by not.
Yeah, you'd have
dressing.
been really upset that people were stealing your costume, even though
It
really you
wasn't.
should have expected it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a girl dressed as Little Mermaid in the Krill. There, look. I think she had a red wig on.
That would have been very, very, very hot.
Yeah. Oh my god, the kids that were fully dressed up though, and some people went mental with their outfits. So this is when we did Stitch, which is now seasonal, so we might not be able to do that next time, which I'm not overly fussed about.
Really not going to be that much of a shame. I'm honestly surprised that ride still runs. Like, basically no one likes it.
No. Well, it's funny, really funny. We went with our friend who is like obsessed with Lilo and Stitch, and she really wanted to go on it. And we're like, you're not gonna like it, and she's like, no, I will. It's Stitch. And she came off. She was like, what was that? It's like, yeah, it doesn't paint Stitch in a cute little light.
No, it doesn't even fit like the Lilo and Stitch mood or tone at all. It's still very much Alien Encounter, but
Just with Stitch.
yeah.
11.
Look at us remembering to put our sunglasses on.
Finally, like 10, 11 days into the holiday, we finally remember to put sunglasses on and don't squint and look angry at the camera.
And we're going to
Where are we going?
Liberty Tree.
Liberty Tree. Liberty Tree. Liberty.
Go do that.
Damn it! Liberty Tree Tavern. Liberty
Wow,
Tree
you
Tavern.
butchered that. Liberty Tree Tavern.
Liberty Tree Tavern. We went for lunch.
The guy dressed up as
That was a mission.
Trying to say too many words.
Liberty Tree
Liberty
Tavern.
Tree
I
Tavern.
mean, I'll give you, it's not a super easy thing to say, but it's not
Because
that
I kept
hard.
trying to say I just
Just
thought it was
give up.
Liberty.
Just move on. Just call
Okay.
it the restaurant we went to for lunch.
We went there for lunch, and you didn't like it.
I did not like
Do you know
it.
what? I wish I got the Pilgrim's Feast, which is kind of why we booked it, but I didn't. That's that
Yeah,
story.
that's a great story.
I still want to know whether she was getting married or if this was because there's no groom with her.
Yeah, she's just kind of there in a wedding dress, and I think the guy that she's with has just got a big camera. So maybe he's off somewhere else, but I don't know. Maybe she is getting married, maybe she
Unless
isn't.
she's like a model for the photography.
Weren't we on our way for lunch?
Sponsored by the Dole from
The do-whip. You sound like Stewie. You going to get to do it?
Didn't we just
Dole.
say we were going straight for lunch, though?
Yeah, but then I think I got really excited and I was like, before lunch, we should have a Dole Whip.
Pre-dinner Dole Whip.
This is where I got really upset because this Dole Whip was not as good as previous Dole Whips because I preferred the swirl and they've got rid of the swirl, which I'm like annoyed about because it's too much.
I swear that they brought it back.
In the Polynesian,
Right.
but
So that's why we'll have to go to get one then.
well, I want to try a citrus swirl next
Oh.
time. Yeah, orange and vanilla swirl. Orange and vanilla.
No,
swirl.
pineapple all the way.
No. Look at the
All
guy
of the
behind
way.
us dressed as Trader Sam.
Yeah.
I think that's Trader Sam. And then I'm assuming the girl's dressed as I don't know.
No, I'm not sure either.
This is where we decided that I should sing over it or oh wait, we're talking about sound issues.
Yeah.
Little did we know that yes, we were having sound issues, but we hadn't discovered it at this point.
This was where I was like, oh, wouldn't it be awful if we get back and there's loads of sound issues? And there were, and
Yeah.
it was as awful as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like loads of buzzing, loads of clips that were just missing sound.
This day as well was especially bad for it, but fortunately by this point in the editing process I'd got pretty good at audition, so it was like okay to repair, and a lot of these clips had some sort of buzzing, some sort of interference frequencies. They had like a lot of background noise, but I was able to use audition to bring them back to be usable, which was really, really good. I just wish that we'd had a better microphone, and I do have a better microphone for next time.
Look how clear the sky is, apart from that one cloud that was behind you.
And that one up there in that top corner.
Any of our favourite YouTubers. So we were looking up for anyone from the Diz
Yep.
and the Trackers. Which,
Yeah,
who
and
were
any
there.
of the other vlogs that you'd sort of started watching
Yeah.
before we went.
The Trackers were there, but like I didn't want to go and hunt them down. I was just like, if we spot them
If
and
we
they,
happen to end up at the same place,
we'll say hello.
We'll say hi.
But if not, I'm not going to chase someone down when they're also enjoying their day.
Yeah, because it is their day out as well, so we didn't want to be too...
Be like, yo.
Let's go hunt them down. We checked their Twitter every now and again just to sort of see where they were, so we knew whether to bother keeping an eye out or if they were on a different end of the park, but
We didn't see them.
no, we did not. Or really any of the people that we know that make Disney content.
No. But then again, I wasn't hunting anyone down. I'm very much like, I'm still here to enjoy my holiday. So I'm going to do that first and foremost.
Anyone with a big camera, though, I was sort of trying to check out like who's operating that, who are they pointing it at. Do I recognise?
Because there were some celebs there as well, weren't there? There were
Really?
like some Disney Channel celebs.
Oh,
the
right,
cast of, oh my god, what was it? Teen Beach Movie were there. And who I know who they are now because one of them you like her song. She did that Stereo Baby one.
We should be fine. We're still at 45 minutes.
The
And even if we don't
you know the song, you showed it to me. Stereo. Oh.
What?
There's a song that you like by a girl from Alien. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm afraid.
It's the. There was a show about people and he plays the instrument and he's blonde and she's not, and then she brought out a song you liked. Deedly. It's like, is it Boom Boom? I don't remember.
I don't know what you're talking about. We talked about our lunch plans way too early. Like, we are definitely not going straight for lunch. We've done loads of stuff since saying we
I
were going
think
for lunch.
just food is like, but also that were the only real plans we had left.
Oh, yeah.
Like there were proper plans.
See, look at all the flashes going off on this ride.
Isn't
You
that
people...
thunder? That's
No.
thunder. Look, you can see that. Yeah, it's lightning in this one.
Some of it is effects and some of it's flashes.
Okay.
It's really bad in the room with Madame Leota.
Oh, it's
Actually,
always
that's
bad.
like where people just go nuts with the flash, and you're like, no, you are ruining everything.
I don't know why I didn't buy anything from the shop. I don't like the homeware.
See, I really liked the homeware, but I just don't want to own it. Like, I really think that it's a really cool design. I just don't want it. You know? I'm happy that it exists, though.
Like I like the Haunted Mansion, but I also find it a bit creepy because
Yeah.
the Haunted
This
Man-
is the ones I like. I like the sort of floor plan stuff. I think that looks pretty cool.
So I didn't like that.
I'd also actually like to see one of like the behind the scenes, what the ride track looks like in
Yeah.
comparison to that. That'd be kind of cool.
Look, these are the guys I wanted.
He just doesn't stand up.
I know, that's why I loved him. You got some cards from in here, though, didn't you?
I did. I got them on the first day that we
Oh,
went to
did
Magic
you?
Kingdom, not today.
I wanted to do the face thing, but when I actually looked at it, like the portrait, wasn't a fan.
No, I don't think that the effect was that great, and I could probably do it in Photoshop if
Yeah.
I really, really wanted to. Like, I'm sure there's a tutorial out there for it.
duck out into the street and check
This
it
is
out.
when we were waiting for the parade, and I went to the Christmas shop, and I'm like, this is a rules to buy thing. Because this is the first trip I've actually ever bought Christmas stuff, because my mindset beforehand was like, well, I'm not going at Christmas, so why would I buy Christmas stuff? And now I know that you've got to prepare mentally, like be ready for Christmas in May.
Yeah, you really do like Christmas.
I also really like May. May is my I have to say, May is my favourite month of the year.
Okay,
That's it.
that's cool.
Yeah, love May.
All right.
But
Why?
I don't know, it's just a really good month. It's like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just like the start of summer. But it's not like school holidays are off yet.
Oh, that's mad.
It's just good. May's good. It's an easy month to write as well.
The t-shirt's all really bright and yellow here.
It's all yellow.
Yeah.
I'm really annoyed that has Olaf on it because I'm not a fan of Frozen.
Harbour House.
And I also just don't understand how, I know it was like the film had come out quite recently before this, but how a summertime event has, I know he's like, it's summer, blah, blah, blah.
Because
No.
he's obsessed with summer.
No. Not okay with that for some reason.
And to kill a bit more.
Because it's got
Yeah.
snowflakes on it as well. I'm like, I just it ruined it for me. Like, who likes summer more than
I'm
Olaf?
not enjoying you doing it.
Well, that's kind of it. Like, no one likes summer more than Olaf. Like, out of all the characters, he's the one that loves summer.
Okay.
So doing their big summer celebration after Frozen's huge popularity, he's an obvious choice for like a summer mascot because he has a song about summer, you know? And it means you get to switch it up and make different kind of merchandise than your standard summer sort of stuff because you get to go, we can do winter themed stuff and it's not weird and it'll make Winter Summerland Golf make sense and all the rest of it. Like you can really sort of make a use out of that theme that you usually wouldn't be able to do.
Didn't like this parade. I like Bubbles. Bubbles sold it for me. But I was just a bit like,
I thought the parade was fine.
it was fine.
What was the problem with it?
I don't know, I just found it, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Just
I'm
didn't
too
really-
old for parades now.
Maybe.
I really like the electrical night parade and that's gone, so.
That was a very fun
I like the song. Because I could sing the Mickey Mouse song. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. There's Donald Duck.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
Donald
Donald Duck. A lot more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
You know when you just discover you like things, you're like, do you know what? Yeah, I really like Donald Duck. Look at that person's hat.
That is a ridiculous hat.
Christmas shop.
Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
This is where I bought my red
You bought,
Christmas
you
decoration.
bought like a red metally spring.
A Christmas decoration.
25 past.
This has been a long morning.
It was okay. You've done it once, but I was talking over it. The thing that made this trip, the day, go even longer is Ash being like, "Cool, we're 6 hours in. We've got this many hours left, or we're 5 hours and we've got this many." And then you're like, I think it was a minute ago. You said we could have flown to Florida and back, but no, that was it. The time we had left was flying to Florida and back.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, stop. Like, because you always see a flight to Florida as being extra long, and you go, doing 2 of those is how much time we have to now wait until the day's over. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't really very helpful.
Look at the castle in the background.
Oh yeah.
It's just chilling in the gap.
Just peeking over the buildings.
This is where we looked at. What is that behind us? Like in that box. It looks like plates to me, but it's not plates.
Yeah.
It just seems really like out of place and not very Disney.
Doesn't feel like theming. It feels like someone's putting a box down.
Yeah.
And probably shouldn't have done, but I'm sure it's got a purpose. Like almost everything does. Like it's got a little label on it, and I'm trying to see what it says, but
I don't know.
I don't know either.
The current queue time.
The queue times weren't that bad, to be honest. I know the park hit capacity a couple of times, but I don't feel like it felt like that.
No.
I think we just had smart planning, and the busier times we went for food and things like that and went and had to
Yeah.
sit down.
Plan is 70. Splash
Definitely, I think we did it really, really well.
Astro Orbiter
Look,
50.
look, Alice in Wonderland and Snow White just chilling past the background. Love that. You just walk around and so many people dressed up. There were some people properly dressed up though.
Yeah.
Like as princesses, but like... It's
Like
the news,
Disney level.
Yeah, which I don't know if they... And some of them were stopping for photos and I'm pretty sure they weren't overly happy about that.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we can take quite a few
What's it
people.
say? It
and
says-
it's probably not super.
You trying to read the box?
Yeah, it says Liberty Disability, so that's definitely a box that a cast member's put down. That's definitely not theming, that's something to do with
Look at all the lights hanging in the tree. I've only just noticed that.
the lanterns.
The lanterns. Like, that's my favourite quote of... I said it a lot. It was a Gillian at home. She was at Disney with her sister and she was talking about how the lanterns changed from one era to another. And her sister Hilary was taking the mick out of it. And that is like the best
The
thing.
lantern.
The lanterns change.
Doesn't seem overly
It was
busy.
really funny.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
love
we
those
say
two,
it all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, it's actually feeling like a pretty nice day.
Waiting for the food.
The clock tower behind us looks like it's the one from... except it doesn't, but it kind of does. Looks like the one from Back to the Future.
But also really not.
Because it's got a number on it and a clock.
Like most clock tower bits.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wait times like
I've never really looked at the background. Actually, I'm looking at the background more during our talking than I've ever done before. And that
Yeah.
that pink house looks cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
I like that. That's a cool looking house. And look at the tiny little window right at the top. I think that's where they do the Muppets now. The Muppets show. There's a Muppet show. Did you know that?
I did know that. I'm excited for it. Everyone says it's really funny.
Muppets.
I like
Talking
Muppets.
about all history, but mainly America.
Oh, Sam Eagle.
I love Sam Eagle.
I'm at about 6 o'clock tonight.
This is me saying I'm not going to make it. You're not going to make it!
We
You're
made
not
it.
going to make it! What ride's that from? Name that attraction.
Dinosaur.
Yeah! My favourite ride. Love Dinosaur.
Which I keep forgetting. I always forget that it's your favourite ride.
Dinosaur is the best. And I only ever do... Right. Rules. Next trip, I have to do Dinosaur at least twice.
At least twice.
Because we only ever do it once. It's my favourite. I want to do it twice. At least.
Twice.
At least twice.
I mean,
So heard it here first, everyone. When we go to Animal Kingdom, everyone's got to be like, have you done Dinosaur? Twice. And I'm like, oh, I've done it once. Do it again.
Do it again.
Okay. I'll do it again. Just because I have to. I love dinosaurs so much. Right, we're in at Magic Kingdom. Stop
Yes.
talking.
But it's
Magic-
okay. We're mainly just waffling about stuff.
Magic Kingdom isn't one of my favourite parks. I think it's actually number 3 on the list.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's Magic Kingdom on your list?
Probably number
Going on 10 minutes before.
2, I think, because
Yeah.
I don't like Animal Kingdom as much as you do.
I just like it because I used to work there and I'm like, oh, the memories.
So, you know, it's Epcot, Magic Kingdom,
We are
then
making
the
our
other
round
one.
slowly.
Hollywood
Animal
Studios
Kingdom,
at the
then
bottom.
Hollywood Studios at the bottom,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if they could order anymore. We're just doing
I could have probably definitely cut a lot of this chat.
Yeah,
when we've done this.
I know how to edit a lot better now.
we could have made this far more interesting.
That girl's in a Sally dress behind these people there.
Oh,
That's Disney bounding, isn't it? When you like don't go full out.
I don't know. I always thought Disney bounding was where, like, if you were to wear a black top and red shorts, that you'd be like, I'm Disney bounding as Mickey Mouse, because
maybe
you're like
that's the
using
thing.
the colours and you're building an outfit on a theme. So like whenever I wear a green t-shirt, a purple t-shirt and green, or like I'm like, yeah, I feel like the Hulk, like that kind of thing. Like you're doing it on a theme, not actually dressing up as them. I don't know what wearing like part of the costume would be. I think that would technically still be cosplay, but just low effort.
So the clip ended there.
Yes.
I don't remember it ending so abruptly.
It definitely ended very abruptly because we just didn't really know how to edit around what we'd done.
That's fair. Maybe we should just pre-go and to the next part just all the time now, so in case we have to do it in 2 parts. Just at every location, just be like, and next time we'll be here.
I did say that actually before we went. I was like, at lunchtimes, do you think that we should do like okay, thanks everyone, we'll see you in the next part for the rest of our afternoon? And you were like, no, we're not doing that. I'm amazing at editing and I will edit every single thing down to 1 part, which you did apart from the 24-hour day, but you were like well rejecting of that idea.
Well, we'll think about it again in the future. So, right, so this next bit we have is, I actually think it's the more interesting part of the 24-hour event. I find the morning one always not as interesting as the evening
yeah,
part. Just because you can see me slowly slipping into like...
sleep deprivation
Yeah.
and just going a little bit loopy and just being like, whoa.
So I'm excited to film that one. So
Yes.
that'll be the next one we do. So thank you for watching, everyone. We very much enjoyed it. Ash has got a sword. He's wielding it. Disney. Whoa, that was close to my eye.
No, it wasn't.
I bet it was when we watch it back. It looks like it when my eyes are the thing that's seeing it. So thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Haha, now I hold the sword.
Oh.
Dead.